Hey, I'm Srini, the creator of Maximize Your Output with Mem. Have you ever found yourself wasting time searching for resources or waiting for team members to share important information? What if there's a way you could streamline this process and keep everyone on the same page? Today, we're going to look at how Mem's group feature can help you do just that. We'll walk through a use case of using groups in Mem for a project and then provide actionable steps for you to apply this to your own work. Now, let's get to the video.
What we're going to do in this video is talk about how you can use groups inside of Mem to make your project management much more seamless. Groups are one of those features in Mem that I think is very underrated and not used or talked about very much. I know that the Mem team did a newsletter on it recently, so I thought it would make sense to do a demonstration of how we can use groups to streamline project management. And this works really well because we can basically reduce the need to share every single mem with every single person that's involved in the project. Because if you've ever worked with more than one or two people on a project inside of mem, you know that can become pretty annoying and cumbersome. So let's get into how we actually do this. The very first thing that we have to do to use groups is to actually create the group. And the way that we do that is we go up here to the top right-hand corner. And if you click on settings, you'll see here that we have sharing groups. And you can see here, I already have a couple of groups. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a book group called Book Publishing Demo because our hypothetical project is publishing a book. So we created this book publishing demo group now. Before we get deeper into the video, I have something special for you. If you're looking for a way to optimize your workflow and boost your productivity, I've got just the thing. It's a free custom second brain plan that's tailored to your unique needs. This plan will help you manage your information more effectively and focus on what truly matters. It's a customized blueprint for building your second brain in MEM. To get your free plan, visit maximizeyouroutput.com/custom. It's a game changer for your productivity, and I can't wait for you to try it out. Now let's get back to the video. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back here to our outline. And now that we've created the group, we have to add members to the group. And again, if we go back here to the sharing group, you'll see here that you have the option to add members. Now, in this case, I'm not going to add members because it would be annoying to share a bunch of random mems with a lot of people who don't need to receive this. But you can see here you have a drop down of people you've ever shared anything with, but you can also just use their email address and then add them to the group that way. So now that you've added people to the group, what you have to do is share all the relevant mems with the people in the group. So in the case of this project here, what we've done is we've created 4 different mems because of the fact that it is a book publishing project in which we're assuming we're going to publish a book. We've created a resources mem. Now, one thing to keep in mind for your resources mem, you'll see here that there are a couple of different bidirectional links within this resources mem. And if you don't add those bidirectional links to the sharing group, or if you don't share those bidirectional links with the group, then they're not going to be able to access them. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at each one of these mems and we're going to basically share them. Instead of sharing them with all the members, we basically can share them with the group, and then anybody who is in the group. So in this case, we're going to just go through and we're going to share all the different mems here, right? So we've got a project plan mem. So this way, everybody who is working on the project can see the progress. They can see all the tasks that are planned. They can add tasks, and we can choose whether we want to give people in the group edit access or not if you just want them to view it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to share each one of these with the book publishing group that we created. And once we're done sharing them, anybody who's working on the project can actually go in here and see everything. One thing that we can do to make this even easier is we can group the mems for this book publishing project into a couple of different collections. Anybody could actually go to the specific collection. In this case, let's say we add this mem right here to our demo book publishing collection. If we go to the collection, what you'll see here is that we have all the various notes that people need to access inside of a collection, and every single person within the group can access the entire collection. So what's the benefit of this over sharing an individual mem? First off, it streamlines your communication about projects because it eliminates what Cal Newport refers to as the hyperactive hive mind, which is when we have these ongoing conversations across email, text messages. If you've ever had that experience where people send you 20 different emails when you're working on a project asking you to find something, this eliminates that completely because of the fact that everything gets centralized into one place and every single person can access every single thing they need to access as long as they are part of the group. So let's recap exactly how we do this. The first step is going to be to create a new group in Mem. And the way we do that is we go over to our settings and we go into the sharing groups and we create a new group. Then what we have to do is we have to add all of the members that we want to the group so they all have access. And then finally, what we want to do is we want to add all of the relevant mems. And the great thing about this is even as the project becomes more complex and you come up with new ideas, all you have to do is share any note with the entire group. And if you put it in a collection, that makes it even easier because then you not only shared with the group, but you've grouped it into a collection. So all anybody ever has to do to find any piece of information they need related to the project is just click on the collection and they'll be able to find every single thing that they need, no matter what note they're in. So that's the beauty of using groups to organize projects inside of MEM. Like I said, this is one of those features I think that is underutilized and not talked about very much, but is also really useful. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below.